Hello YouTube, the Game Mechanic here, and welcome into another Part 0 video for our 2018 A&W Deity Challenge. Although it is nearing the end of 2018 here, we're almost done. Trajan is the topic of conversation today, and he leads Rome. Trajan is a particularly excellent leader. He has a lot of quality of life upgrades that you may not appreciate until you start playing other civs if you're used to playing him. He's also sort of my go-to recommendation for people either trying to step up their difficulty level, who are new to the game, or new to Civ 6 over Civ 5. And that's because just these quality of life upgrades are just so solid. Like, they're never bad. And that's what's really quite awesome about Trajan. So let's begin. Trajan's column. All cities start with an additional city center building. It's a monument in the ancient era. I'm not particularly sure what it is if you start much later. Basically what happens if you start with later eras, you will already start with monuments and granaries and things like that. So I'm sure it stands to reason that you get something else, but I don't play a lot of games that way. I don't think most of you guys either. So you will get free monuments in all of your cities. Free monuments. Game mechanic, like it's free things. Free monuments give you a lot of benefits that you may not appreciate. One, and perhaps the most significant one, most cumulative one, most unique one, is that you will likely get to political philosophy, assuming you don't get totally screwed on boosts, more quickly than every other civ. Typically, deity-wise, you're around turn 60 for political philosophy, and that's an important benchmark because that's your first major government. You should get there. You should shave off probably 10 turns, depending how many cities you found or conquer in that time. But that's really good. So driving your culture tree faster than other civs is really good. You could fuel a culture victory with that, although it's not the strongest thing for culture. It's still just really good with every single game you play, because no matter what, you're going to want culture. It also saves you production or gold because you don't have to buy or build the monument. And that's really good. It also, you may not know, most of you probably do, that culture, having extra culture in a city, expands its borders. I mentioned it a lot, but it expands your borders much more quickly. So your initial tile expansion, like when you set down your second city, usually happens in, I think, 36 turns. That'll be more like 12, I think, if I remember correctly, with a free monument. So that's really good. That can help you lock in districts that are strategically placed more quickly than others. You can save gold on tile buying from that perspective. It can also just grow your borders to more workable tiles as that city grows. So it's a huge bonus and just awesome and reliable in every single game. Super good. So let's talk about all roads lead to Rome. That is also a massive quality of life upgrade. All cities you found or conquer start with a trading post. If in trade route range of your capital, they also start with a road, and then your trade routes earn an extra gold passing through the trading post in your own cities. So the biggest takeaway there is free roads. Free roads on cities that you found or conquered that are within trading post range of your capital. That's awesome. Guess what extends trading posts or trade route range? Trading posts. So as you just sort of sequentially like either conquer or spam out your cities, that range goes up and up. So you're almost always going to have a free road to your capital. That's awesome. That saves time. That saves you time in unit movement and travel, and can make warring effective and much more easy. Can also help you defend or scout, send a builder around. It's just a really nice feature. And then you get extra gold if those trade routes pass through trading posts as well. So found a new city, send a trade route beyond it to a neighbor or something, or to your own internal is fine. And you can get some extra gold out of that. So that's a nice quality of life upgrade too. Free gold, extra roads, extra travel, reduced speed of travel. Those are all really good things. So quality ability as well. The Legion in these old, I'm doing justice to these old rankings. They have been redone. You can follow the link below and see what the new ones are. But the Legion should be up in my ranking. This is a very good unit. It is a unique swordsman. It can build a fort, which is solid. It has 40 combat strength versus 36, so that's better than a swordsman. And most significantly, you don't need iron for it. So it is an early war unit that you never have to worry about having iron or a strategic or something like that. You don't need horses or iron and all that stuff. So It's really, really good. It should be up higher in my ranking, but again, I'm using my old rankings before I've redone them. So this is a very good unit. Use it to war. I don't know how many forts you're going to build, but you can, and they can be a little help you with the defense or something like that. But usually you want to go conquer somebody with your legions. It's a really good strategy. Get an early encampment, build a bunch of legions, go kill somebody. Because your legions plus a couple promotions and a general can basically get up to around 52 strength, and hey, that's a musket man. So. Hey, that's really good. Super good unit. And then the bath I don't love. I know some people argue with me about aqueducts and baths and things. They are more useful in Rise and Fall because of loyalty and needing to expand your territory incrementally versus being able to go snag like a freshwater location that might be right next to your neighbor. So I don't hate them, but I don't want to, like, I'm not building aqueducts anyways, and so I don't necessarily want to build a bath. Now, if you do need a bath, it's great. It's a unique district, so it comes in half the time, and usually the aqueduct isn't terribly expensive anyways. I just don't want to have to do it. So it winds up being cheaper, and then it functions like an aqueduct, but it always gives you extra housing versus a regular aqueduct. If you already have fresh water, just gives you a little bit. So this gives you more housing, kind of regardless of the situation in which you need to build it, and it gives you an amenity, and that amenity is a decent quality of life upgrade as well. Amenities can kind of be hard to come by, not terribly. You've got policy cards, you've got the Coliseum, you've got things like that. But they're useful, and they can help you with happiness, and that happiness can lead you to more economy, and those are all good things. So the reason I don't rate it very highly is I just don't really want to be building aqueducts. So if you do need one, it's great. If you don't, I'd probably still just ignore it. Build yourself some farms and have a time. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is a very interesting one. There are some very sort of surprising things that happen throughout the course of this game that kind of blow me away. I'm like, this is Civ 6 Deity? Really? Like, holy, that was really good on the AI's part. So stay tuned for some pretty impressive AI gameplay. In the meantime, don't forget to follow my Twitch channel. Come say hi to us in person on the internet. Twitch.tv/thegamemechanic. Hope to see you guys there. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you later.